How are we doing this morning, gamers? Happy Friday, Sir Miss-a-Lot. Thanks for starting us off with the 40 months. Good morning, good morning. Play some more Wiggly Eggs to start today. I really liked that deck yesterday. Fighting Greninja Hypno. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was gonna do Rivals, but I ended up playing it for an hour or so off stream last night. It was pretty reasonable. So, try it and see what numbers look like today. Do I want a second Jiggly? Maybe? Probably. This one's about to get hit for 40. Plan to play Blastoise EX at Urse's tournament tomorrow. Any recommendations? I'm a fan of the Starmie pairing. Personally. That is not the X speed I wanted for Christmas. Let's give up a knockout point here. Then give up the energy advantage. There are a Greninja deck anyways. There's a good chance if I retreat this Jigglypuff back to my bench, they're going to be able to clean it out and get a point anyways. I felt like this deck struggled into Vinu. I felt a chance everywhere else. Yeah, that tracks. I would expect the Venusaur matchups incredibly polarized in their favor. Which is kind of how the Venusaur deck is, though. Like I talked about in my tier list roundup, I think Venusaur is the biggest pump stomper in this game right now. I should have played this before I put the Executor out. Small sequencing mistake here. Zender, thank you for the 35 months. Welcome back. Burn the Sabrina here to negate their Doug trio. Heads flip, basically. Does the switch to Frogadier mean they have Greninja queued up already? Or are they just switching to it because they already have an energy? Either way, hitting heads here is stellar. Means we can threaten a knockout next turn on the 50%er. We'll see a retreat here or not. I assume if they don't have potion, they have to back off. Everyone's taken. Thank you for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Surprised they're running water. Gee, I would assume they're not playing Psychic, but they're playing water and what's it called? Good set of running heads there. It feels like something like Karmic Justice to hit running heads against the Hypno Dugtrio deck. Feels like we're giving them the energy that they're putting out into the world. Yes, the visuals in Rivals are quite good. Agreed. Geo doesn't quite let us get there in terms of a tail slip. It's only 60, so you see it other heads. Easiest game of Pokemon Pocket I ever played, gamers. Good night. So long, farewell, I'll see you and good day. I do not know what that is, Tipsy. What is an Infinity Nikki? X speed out of here. Get our KO with Wiggly and clean him up. Nah, never have sympathy for the Doug. They got it. Never have sympathy for the Dugtrio player gamers. When you think of Gyarados and other Pokemon cards, Gyarados is not a playable Pokemon Pocket card. It's one of the many water Pokemon in this game that is completely hamstrung because Misty exists. And it's a little sad to think about the future and think of how many sweet water Pokemon I like from a flavor perspective that are going to be unplayable in this game because they're trying to balance Misty existing. I actually think Snap's metagame is pretty good right now, Dumb. Enjoyed the current play patterns a lot. A lot of good games out at the moment. It's a good time to be a gamer. I think we potion and then leak here because War Turtle only has 80. So if they War Turtle and don't have a potion of their own, Farfetch clears them next turn. I haven't decided if I'm going to touch Path to Exile 2 or not. It'll probably depend on if my wife decides she's enjoyed it. Christy and I played Diablo together for a little bit. Both my boys are super into Fortnite, so I think I'm going to give Rivals a try with them and see if they like that. I'm just not a Fortnite guy. I could never get into it. I wouldn't mind having a game to play with the boys. I don't know that we're going to be able to keep up with the Blastoise on curve here. I guess where there's a Wiggly, there's a way. Yeah, I think Dark Wiggly's a solid deck. on Curve Toys. Okay, so what does the back and forth look like here? I put an energy on here, I crack them, they hit me, I put a second energy on here, I crack them, they knock me out, I put a third energy, I attack. I need to evolve this so we don't die to Sabrina, but we're probably dead to Sabrina either way. Especially without a bunch of heads. Alright, the basic here is nice, because it insulates my Wiggly against, It insulates my Wiggly against the Sabrina next turn. And then we're just at a point where we need to win a sleep flip, yeah? Even if they have double potion. Monkey. So this does 160 total, so anything in my deck is going down in one. It's gonna come down to this coin. Which is really, one of the reasons why I've liked this deck is Executor going first gets you some free wins when you flip heads early. And Sleepy Song really just gives you a chance everywhere. There's so many games where like you feel super behind and then you're able to like make good decisions and get to a point where it's like, okay, I at least have a 50-50 here. Let's make her break it, huh, Gamer? Nice. Let me clean them out. Is the EX worth the craft in your opinion? Crafting, it's really super subjective on what you should craft on. In my opinion, you should only spend pack points when you have basically everything else you want from a given pack other than the thing you're gonna craft. So like, if you feel like you're done pulling Pikachu packs except for Wiggly EX and you'd like to move on to a different pack, or you're happy mostly with everything that you have, in general, I'd recommend against min-maxing the fun out of your resource expenditure in games like Pokemon Pocket. I expect a full heal style card is a when, not an if, but I also don't think a full heal style card would be playable in the current metagame gap. I wouldn't put it in any of my decks. I don't know. Pack points are one of those things where it's technically optimal to never use them because you can eventually open anything you want organically, right? So it's a big one of those, don't optimize the fun out of your game, but my general recommendation is you should open on one pack until you have most things, and then once that happens, you go. What if a full heal also like healed 10? That would be very good. Healing 10 would get you a breakpoint against things like Mewtwo on 100 pointers. That would be very playable. Alright, I need to let the Twitch ad roll here before it happens auto-magically. I like to try and make sure the Twitch ads never happen on top of gameplay on this channel. So we're gonna see you in 120 seconds. I need to run to the restroom. Anyways, I think we're just gonna jam this morning just to get some repetition in with it, because I'm gonna play this in a tournament I'm playing tomorrow on Limitless, I think. I like this build a lot. If you're a special energy like Double Dragon, Rainbow, etc., do you feel it'd be good additions for dual color decks? I expect a way to manipulate energy in your energy zone is also a when, not an if. Like, I think, like, a non-supporter trainer that says change the energy in your energy zone to a different energy that's in your energy zone, like, that seems like an easy slam dunk design at some point to support two color decks. How good is this deck with one regular egg and two EX I keep missing on the second stage one? I think it's a bit worse without the second regular egg, but probably still playable. The basic idea of this deck is you want to make your opponent knock out 3 Pokemon every game. So you want to force them to knock out 2 single point Pokemon, and then you finish on the Exeggutor EX or the Wiggly EX. Ideally, you're never starting on Exeggutor EX and giving them 2 knockout points to start. You wanna always be closing on the EX. Is the basic idea here. So, I play Farfetch over Kangaskhan in decks that play Exeggutor or Weezing quite regularly, because Exeggutor and Weezing fill a very similar role to Kangaskhan in being a bulky Pokemon that you play out to start. So if you're getting bulk in your opening, but if you're getting bulk in your starting Pokemon from somewhere else, you don't need the bulk from Kangaskhan. Farfetch'd is better than Kanga in matchups like Mewtwo and Charizard because it does higher damage more consistently. Can you explain the theory of only 2 basics for 3 level 1s? Well, you can't play a 3rd basic, so it's not really a theory so much as it's a basic game rule. One of the small deck building perspective / things to think about is that with Pokeballs in your deck, you kind of have more than 2 of each of your basics anyways, right? It's not a full 3 copies necessarily, because like I have a Farfetch'd as a 5th, but it's like 2.5 if we squint. I think literally every dual color deck would play 2 copies of a trainer that fixed their energy issues. I don't think it's close. That's true too. Having a guaranteed basic in your opener gives you a nudge towards having more virtual copies of a basic Pokemon. We really want to draw one of our 2 copies of X-Speed next turn. We want to get this Jigglypuff out of the active spot without losing the energy advantage. Easy game. Yes, the flexibility of having different stage 1s has a lot of value, and I would wager you're gonna lose way more games to not having your stage 1 on time than you will to having too many stage 1s you can't use. Why no Erica? Erica is less good with Baby Exeggutor than with EX Exeggutor, because Baby Exeggutor plus Erica still dies in 2 90-point hits from a Pikachu or a Starmie. So as always, when you're playing healing cards like Potion or Erica, or effects like Giovanni, you want to think about what your breakpoints are that you care about hitting, and do those cards enable you to hit those breakpoints. In the case of Erica in a deck like this, she does not enable us to hit breakpoints that we care about. Also, I kinda don't have room. Like, I have 1 potion that could kinda be an Erica, but Potion having flexibility to work with Wigglytuff has a lot of value. So long as they don't triple heads on this Hurricane, we're in an okay spot. Not good, but okay. A lot of breakpoints mean that 20 is as good as 50 in a majority of situations. Can you give me some examples of those? Hey, thanks for hanging out, Fahad. Been some connection issues here, unfortunately. It's a shame. It was an interesting game. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave. They can have the 15 XP for their connection issue. Just want to play some games. I think looking at a deck like what we're playing, the most important breakpoint potion protects us from is like Baby Wiggly or EX Wiggly dying in 3 50-point hits against Mewtwo. And in general, I would tell you to shy away from making statements like lots of examples or lots of people are saying. Those are usually not things that people that are being genuine are going to say. Yeah, the potion versus Erica in this deck is more about the flexibility rather than the specific breakpoints. They're weasel words. That's a good definition. I'm gonna remember that jargon. Weasel words is a perfect way to describe what they are. Rats. If we would have hit the egg there, we could have XP'd into Executor and possibly KO'd Psyduck in one. We're playing Farfetch'd over Kang in this deck because we don't need the extra bulk from Kang because we have bulk from Executor. So I want Farfetch'd to make our Mewtwo and Charizard matchup a bit better. It takes Kangaskhan an average of 5 hits to get rid of. It takes Kangaskhan an average of 5 hits to clear Moltres. It takes Duck a guaranteed 4, which is a big difference. Okay, so this is an X-Speed the Jigglypuff out angle because Golduck clears it in 1 and Evolving wakes up from sleep. We're just gonna put Farfetch'd up here as a little bit of a wall. And then we'll go Executor crack them next turn. Oh, they don't have it. That's good for us. I think them not having it means I'm gonna start cracking them. I don't know if this is a bait to get me to attention energy. More power to them. Good baiting. Research you could pick up for them. Ooh, no Golduck is real good for the home team. why baby eggs in that position instead of the EX is because, yeah, because I always want to make them clear 2 knockout points before... I want to make them always clear 2 knockout points before I put my EX up. Oh, I was debating it if I wanted the Sabrina, but I actually can't because of the Psyduck effect. Decision made for me. If they don't have Blastoise here, they get cleared by the Wiggly. They do have Blastoise. Go ahead and evolve into Wiggly here, so that way if they have a second Sabrina, they can't Sabrina it up and clear it. They haven't played any potions yet, yeah? The bad heads to miss if they run potion. I mean, they're not clearing my Executor next turn, so I'm gonna deal 30 more. So if they have 2 potions and I hit them for 30 more, they're still dead to 1 Sleep Tails, yeah? I kind of need to draw another basic next turn, so that way I don't die to a Sabrina next turn. Slarfax, thank you for the half a year. Appreciate the continued prime. Welcome back. Yeah, unfortunately, the way this game has played out, I am unable to play around a copy of Sabrina here, so just gotta hope they don't have it. You think 3 knockout points is a sweet spot? Maybe 4 points instead. I don't think discussions like that are really worth having because that's not something they're going to change. Paper TCG has resistances, yeah. I'm glad they dropped that from Pocket, though, if I'm being honest. These potions literally don't matter. Do you have Sabrina? Wait, what? What an absolute chode. Just a complete piece of garbage. I'm so glad this game doesn't have emotes because gamers are a complete and total mistake. That is the Pokemon Pocket equivalent of rolling your face across your emotes because you happen to hit a good beat. I think running 2 Executor EX is worse. That's why I'm not doing it. Obviously, you should play the cards you have, but... Oops, all basics. We do not want this duck. No, I don't play tournaments during the week generally. GTEB, they're too long, and I'm not live long enough to play a whole tournament. We're gonna do a couple hours of Pocket this morning. We're gonna do a couple hours of Snap, and then we're gonna close out in a couple hours of Marvel Rivals. You're sleeping on Tentacruel and Kingler. Tentacruel's a very fine playable card. Kingler is not. You're full cope on Kingler. Kingler is trash. Yeah, I was looking at numbers people were hitting for their rival streams, and it looks like a lot of the people that do Snap are hitting all right Twitch numbers, so I'll give it a try and see how it goes. Went at it for an hour or so last night off stream. That's a reasonable time. Legs for an Omastar lock deck. I think you could play something with Omastar and not be completely embarrassed, but I won't lie to you and tell you it's good. We're not a tell you the 3-color Eevee deck is busted kind of stream. We're a try to optimize it and have fun playing the weird off-meta deck without lying to you about it stream. Yeah, I was playing Cloak and Dagger last night, and then Jeff the Shark. They launched with over 30 characters, and all the characters are free, which is kind of sweet. I really like playing the sport. The monetization is full cosmetics. Full cosmetic monetization. Oh, this Sabrina's unfortunate. I gotta give him an egg. The problem with giving them something other than the egg there is that the Blizzard just clears this the next turn anyways. I put this out to play around red card. I crack them with this. Yeah, apparently the battle passes don't rotate either. It sounds like their monetization is going to be real reasonable. Yeah, they just can't beat second Sabrina. Because they get to kill the Farfetch'd while it's on the bench. Will I be streaming my tournament tomorrow? Nope, 0%. Streaming tournaments is hugely negative EV. Chat's a distraction. There's lots of downtime, so the viewer numbers are bad. Very, very unlikely I ever stream tournament play for Pocket. If we host a tournament at some point, we'll stream that, because you can host a tournament without downtime, but playing it is just lots of constant waiting. Yeah, and then you have to worry about your opponent ghosting you on top of that as well. It's just really not a positive experience. I think I plan to try hosting a Hoaglandia Pocket tournament after the mini set or the January set. We used to run them for for Magic very consistently, and it was fun. Is it worth recording a tournament and cutting it down, an edited version for YouTube? Yes, literally had 3 or 4 videos of that on my YouTube channel. You should make sure you check out the Hooglandia Pocket channel. A lot of good edited stuff up there. There's 4 or 5 tournament runs at this point. What do I posted? We played an Arcanine, Executor, I'm an Executor, stay in chat, think of it. An Executor, Greninja, a Blastoise, Starmie. There's 3 or 4 of them up there. I want the metagame to get a little bit more diverse before I put the effort into hosting a Pocket tournament as like the TLDR. Because like, I watch, or half watch like Ursi's streams when she's hosting her tournaments, and watching her just cast a bunch of Mewtwo and Pikachu mirror matches and Charizard mirror matches. I don't really want to host a tournament for a 3-deck format, and I don't really want to host a custom ban list tournament because I think custom ban lists are lame. What are my expectations for the second of the tournament? I'm gonna lose the first round, and then I'm gonna drop and go do something else. No EX is also a custom ban list. Literally just banning all the EX Pokemon. Also, I would wager no EX in a competitive sense is probably less diverse than the actual with EX Pokemon. The key to not being disappointed in life, gamers, is having low expectations. If you expect very little, it's hard to come away upset. Yes, the primary reason people watch content on platforms like YouTube and Twitch is to find deck lists they can play themselves, meaning hosting a tournament as a content creator that won't have deck lists people care about is a huge waste of time. It's always good to know your audience. It's not just my audience, it's just generally how card game content works. That's a good one for us. I would have to win a sleep flip at some point anyways, so take it next turn instead of this turn and evolve this out, I think. They thought they won the sleep flip. They did. They did win the sleep flip, gamers. One of those spots where our singleton potion would be really nice. Yeah, most people consuming content aren't playing in tournaments, Zorbed. So people are interested in tournament results because they want to win more and win easily while they're playing their not tournament games. No Charmeleon here means we've got a real shot. They find it next turn, they could get us though. We needed a brick on Charmeleon for one more turn. Is the TLDR. Think of Pidgeot. It's an okay card. We're still dead to Charmeleon and to Charizard here, is noteworthy. We need no Charmeleon this turn. We needed them to lose the sleep flip and then not have Charmeleon. as is always the case, you don't beat the Charizard deck so much as it just fails to win. It does not... I've talked about this before. I think the opponent's deck getting optimized and popular is one of the worst things to happen in this first set. Because the gameplay that the Charizard deck generates is absolutely atrocious. You're not really playing into the player, you're just playing into, like, did they assemble their 3-card combo? They're literally Tron. Yeah, do they have card on turn 4? Did they have Moltres into 3 Charizard pieces, aka their 3 Tron lands at a payoff? If yes, dead. Alright, do you have Arcanine? Eat Arcanine, then not be dead to this Sabrina. They do have the Arcanine, yep. Yeah, the Domino promo runs through the end of the month. Almost, like 27th. It was a 30-day promo. 21 days. Is it worth using Sabrina here? Nah. Allow me to sing you the song of my people. Ah, I should have evolved an egg on my bench, technically. That doesn't matter. Is there a deck you feel helps make people better Pokemon Pocket players? I think Charizard... I think Pikachu is probably the best of the good decks in terms of having lots of good decision points. A lot of interesting choices to make with that one. I'm gonna have to win a sleep flip no matter how I slice this, yeah? I think I Sabrina here to put damage on the Charmeleon, kind of punting the sleep flip down the line. Because this Sabrina means that, this Sabrina means that they'll have to have potions on top of winning a sleep flip. If we fail the sleep flip, we could Sabrina to win. Not against another Charmeleon, right? But I guess they're only 20% to have another Charmeleon? Maybe? Was that better? Maybe that was better. Now I need a sleep flip. They had no, this is better into they hadn't played their other research yet. Yeah, they're very likely to have a Charmeleon for this. Yeah, I think this is right. I think we assume they're gonna find the Charmeleon for this. And I wanna put damage on this so that way if they lose the first sleep flip here, the game is over. So if I would have put damage on this and then they retreated to this to do this, they had Charmeleon here, we wouldn't get him with the Sabrina. Allow me to sing you the song of my people. It's a very sweepy song. Rip. being a coin flip against Tron is all you could really ask for. It's just how it be. Friend of mine said the events feel kind of underwhelming. Would you agree? I don't know. More, I think regardless of how much free stuff they put into events and games like this, people are gonna complain that they want more free stuff and there should be more free stuff. I think humans are literally unsatisfiable. And games like Runeterra show us that even if you go so far as to give your players literally every card for free, they'll then complain that there's nothing meaningful to play for, so they stop playing because there's no longer a carrot in front of their face. Gamers simultaneously want meaningful things to chase while also having everything they want as soon as possible. And those two things are at odds with each other. You can't both have meaningful things to chase and give you everything. I want to have stuff, but I want other people to not have as much stuff so I feel special. Most honest answer I've heard all day. I think playing the AI to get packs is fine because I can press the auto battle button and ignore it. If the auto battle feature didn't exist, the AI events would not be okay in my opinion, but the auto battle existing makes it a little bit annoying sometimes when it plays my deck bad, but I can just press the button again and largely just be like, okay, this is gonna sit over here and do its thing. I think that is a take that I constantly hear that completely ignores reality from the person on the YouTube side saying, people stopped playing Runeterra because Riot cut it off piece by piece. My dearest gamer who's completely ignorant of how these systems work, Riot didn't start cutting pieces off of Runeterra because it was successful. They slowly clipped away at it because it was a struggling, failing application / game. And they only didn't kill it outright altogether because they really wanted to do their best to try and make it survive. It's really hard to overstate how if Runeterra had been made by literally any other company that didn't have infinite dollars to spew from League of Legends and Valorant, it would have been discontinued quicker than DC Dual Force. Like, literally, the only reason Runeterra lasted remotely as long as it did is because Riot Games has infinite money to throw away. Because their other IPs are incredibly profitable. As someone who's existed in the space for a long time, Riot put more advertising money into Runeterra than most other games do for successful games. Much less one that struggled to turn a profit. I did see Riot announce a physical card game. I think the Pokemon Pocket Academy has a number of really critical pain points that trading really needs to be good to fix. This game's long-term success is 100% going to live or die based on how trading gets implemented. So they already played one potion, which means if we quack them this turn, Sleepy Wiggly is a guaranteed knockout next turn. The majority of gamers have no idea how companies operate. Yep. To give you context on just how much of a failure from the revenue side Runeterra was, Runeterra reported like $25 million in revenue 2.5 years or so in. Marvel Snap made almost $300 million in 2 years. And Pokemon Pocket has cleared over 200 million in the first month. Just to give you scale on how much less successful Legends of Runeterra was compared to these other games. We still died to Greninja. I have 1 knockout point, gamer. Clearing the Articuno wins the game. Yeah, Pokemon Pocket made more money in its first week than Runeterra made in 2.5 years. That's the way to put it. Pokemon Pocket made more in a week than Runeterra made in 2.5 years. Pokemon Pocket made more in a month than Marvel Snap made in its first year. And Marvel Snap was an incredibly successful game. Marvel Snap was the most successful new digital card game to release in a very long time. And Pocket just like, I got that Pokemon money, gamers. All right, I think we're just gonna be a 1-deck stream for Pocket this morning. I wanna just like get some repetitions in with this to ingrain play lines in my brain before tomorrow. So I'm gonna run another ad, and then we're just gonna be playing with this one this morning. I think I'm gonna lock this one in as my deck for Saturday. Thanks for hanging out, Don't Go Anywhere, gamers. Hey, Alk, thank you. Yeah, life's been good. My personal life has been very fortunate. My family and I are truly blessed. I personally lost steam with Runeterra because my hands were always too full and the cards created other cards and my tiny brain couldn't keep up with the output range. I often described Runeterra as Runeterra was everything card game players said they wanted, but card game players are idiots and don't actually know what they want. Runeterra was ultimately a pretty low variance, high skill cap, big brain card game. And it turns out having a high skill, low variance, big brain card game is exhausting to play and tough for people to want to keep playing at length. Sleepy Cobbler, thank you for the 15 months. I think the business model didn't do it any favors, but I think the gameplay was genuinely unapproachable for a lot of people. I'm someone who's done hours and hours of lots of different card game streams. And Runeterra was the only digital card game I've ever touched where after streaming it for 5 hours, my brain felt fried. Because it was just a game where there was no downtime. You had to constantly be thinking. There was no, okay, I'm gonna take a breather here and I can wait for a minute. Yeah, Machamp deck. Yeah, I really like Machamp Marowak. If you look on the Pocket channel there where the live stream is Gambit, there's a Machamp Marowak highlight. And for people who are new, by the way, because I know a lot of people are new from Pocket and Snap and you weren't here when I was making Runeterra content, but to give you important, valuable context to my comments about Runeterra, I'm not someone that's just sitting here crapping on something that I didn't like. I spent almost 6 months streaming primarily Runeterra as my main game. Just for people who weren't here for that arc. And for reference, that 6 months is probably the worst 6 months of metrics I've had on this Twitch channel since I started making content full time. But despite the metrics being that bad, I kept at it for half a year because I really enjoyed the game. I think a lot of people automatically default to, oh, you're being critical of something, it means you hated it. But it really is not the case with me and what I'm talking about with Runeterra. I put a lot of energy and cost myself a lot of money trying to make content for that game. What's your favorite Runeterra deck? I was a big fan of Zoe and Fizz were my 2 favorite champions. Sometimes even the 2 of them together, but... what was his name? Oh, I'm blanking on his name. There was one other dork, too, that had a tempo deck that I really liked. I don't remember what his name was. It was one of the Piltover and Zaun dorks. Echo, yeah, Echo. Echo is the name. It was the Piltover and Zaun dork that I liked. Heads here means that I can Giovanni to clear this Kangaskhan next turn, which is nice. I really need to hit a Jigglypuff so we can start powering up that with energy as our finisher. Jigglypuff! Yeah, another egg. Another egg is at least a place I can attach energy so it's not being wasted. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Giovanni here so we can lose the 50-50 and still get this knockout point. I think that's important. I've not watched season 2 of Arcane yet, but I enjoyed the first season. I'm almost done with Agatha all along, and then Arcane will probably be the next thing I watch. I don't have a ton of time spent watching TV shows though. Most of the TV shows I watch are my wife and I watching something together. And she doesn't really watch cartoons. This matchup's probably bad for us. Their Alakazam can clear our Wiggly in one, and they have a ton of stalling power, and we don't have any single big hitters. How's Agatha all along? I've enjoyed Agatha all along, but my standards for TV are pretty low. If I potion this, it doesn't change the breakpoint, right? I go down to 20, and then they kill me on the swing back. Oh, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have put the extra energy on here because they're an Alakazam deck. Yeah. I think this matchup's probably bad for us generically, and our out to win it is setting up a Wigglytuff, and we just don't have a Jiggly. All right, that draw could be okay. We hit a heads here, and then we have a shot. All right, I think on tails, I'm gonna go ahead and leave. Needed Jiggly, or we needed that Executor to come through. Does 1 to 2 energy change the breakpoint with Alakazam? I guess it doesn't, right? It's still 2 hits. It might change it with poison factored in, though. It's a good shout. It's 120 versus 90 on my 160. Comet evolve into good stage ones. Jigglypuff's biggest weakness. Hey, Hamtrade, thanks for the 5 months. Appreciate the support. Great Jiggly Biggly. Oh, I wish I could fit a second Farfetch into this deck. Just don't want to give up any of my utility traders. So this sleep flip doesn't matter if they have Zebstrika. Evolving clear status conditions. We're gonna play Rivals at the end of the stream today. I'm curious to see what numbers look like. The other Snap creators doing Rivals content are hitting pretty good metrics for their personal accounts. Curious to see how I do here. I'm gonna try and save myself some damages and sing here rather than evolving. They didn't say American TV is bad. They said the budgets are bad. They said they spend too much money for what they see on the return on average, which is accurate. Yeah, I wasn't planning to stream Rivals. I was just planning to give it a try with my kids, because I think it's the type of game my boys would like, but other content creators are doing good numbers with it, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a try at least, just for the sake of saying I checked. They added a bunch of characters from the closed beta. I was having fun with Cloak and Dagger last night. I think this is a X speed back the Executor, the Wiggly clear with the Executor angle. Ooh, and actually, with the second Wiggly drawn here, I'm actually gonna be a little greedy and double X speed so I can set up second Wigglytuff EX to give me maximum survivability here. I guess burning the X speeds to set up the second Wiggly means I can't surprise pull the Executor out for guaranteed 80. That's probably fine. So they can't kill this with the Pikachu, even if I hit Tails, unless they have Potion. And if I hit Heads, even if Potion doesn't save them. Okay, so they have to pull the Pikachu out here and put something else in. How do you feel about a trader that guarantees your next coin flip? I don't know. That feels, a card like that feels like it's tough to balance because it's probably a mixture of this is either too strong or too weak. Or it's what's the best way? It's the type of effect where every other card they print with the coin for the perpetuity of Pokemon Pocket would have to be balanced around. It's like Misty, and that it would have repercussions. It would have repercussions outside of just its effect. It restricts / warps everything they could design after. You got Wigglytuff and Kabutops. Like, that's not a good pairing because Wigglytuff is not a Pokemon you want to start on. Anytime you have Jigglypuff as your lead Pokemon, you feel pretty bad. Next, Wigglytuff EX is what we refer to as a finisher. It's a character you want to end the game on. Explain mechanics as you play. If you don't know the very basics of the game, you should just install the game and play the tutorial. I'll talk about high-level strategy as always, but the core mechanics of the game you'll pick up way more just playing it yourself for 10 minutes than you will me throwing bits and pieces at you. I think I play this execute out. So that way, if they have a Sabrina down the line, they can't Sabrina up my weak Wigglytuff on the bench. They lose the sleep flip, they lose on the spot. But if they win the sleep flip, they're gonna need 3 heads on the Thundering Hurricane to clear us out, so. They need to win 4 out of the next 5 coin flips to win this game. There's the first one. They have 2 points. Yeah, but I have Wiggly here on the bench, Trader. So they can't pull this one up. I can always put this one up. So it's worth pulling this one out. So that way, once this takes some damage, I can have a full health thing and a damage thing on my bench. So this isn't playing around Sabrina this turn. It's playing around Sabrina a couple of turns from now. And unfortunately, our opponent won 4 out of 5 coin flips in a row, so we are dead here. Them's the beats sometimes. Sometimes that's gonna happen. One of these days, I'm gonna get to lead on an Executor chat. We've had so many bad openers. At least our X speeds let us fix it some of the time. Yeah, I'm gonna play this tomorrow in the event, for sure. I've liked it a lot. It's got good deck building theory and plays cards I enjoy. I really like Executor. Oh, man, that sucks. Execute real bad. You're saying there's a chance. Take a chance on me. This is a pretty big punish. I should have put the energy on the egg to play around Sabrina. This is a good Sabrina from them. Just regular egg here. I need to win 2 heads in a row, which is unlikely. Putting regular egg up here, I just need to win 1 out of 2 flips, and then the Wiggly, baby Wiggly, could clean out the Starmie. What type of music do you listen to, Jeff? Mid to early 2000s pop mostly. Paramore, Panic, Fall Out Boy, Good Charlotte, Linkin Park. Just the anthems of my childhood. Jazzy Diamond, thank you for the 23 months. One of my buddies who used to travel the country playing competitive Magic with me, so he was forced to listen to my playlist on many a road trip, described my my music as the I didn't get asked to the prom playlist. Which I'm not saying that he's wrong, but I am saying he's an asshole for pointing it out. I'm gonna go ahead and potion here, so that way Articuno EX can't clear this. think we're dead. God, I wish you could concede while Misty is flipping or Moltres is flipping. I don't think the Misty actually matters though, because the Starmie clears us, and then our baby Wiggly can clear the Starmie. But because we took the 20, it's really interesting. This whole game was lost based on my first energy attachment. If I would have put my first energy on Execute instead of the bench Jigglypuff, so I wouldn't have had to give up an energy on one. We were down in energy this entire game. And if I would have had one more energy here, it would have been the difference between evolving into EX Wiggly and regular Wiggly, and then we would have had Sabrina for guaranteed lethal or a coin flip to get lethal, even without the Sabrina. These are some of the tough games in games like this where, like, I made a mistake, but my mistake wasn't in the last couple of turns. It was, like, literally the first decision I made over the course of the game, and then things snowballed from there. I can't win the game like that, Benton. So again, one of the things people fail to do to understand games like Pocket Well is formulating a game plan is not simply figuring out how you don't lose next turn. It's figuring out how does winning the game look long term. So, that last game, let's talk about why evolving to Wiggly EX doesn't do anything. So I evolve into Wiggly EX, and I put my Pokemon up, and then I have no knockout points, because I don't knock out the Starmie that turn. They get to retreat the Starmie for free, put up Articuno, and hit me for 40. And then even if I win a sleep flip the following turn on the Articuno and knock out the Articuno, that's only my first 2 knockout points. And then they still have a Starmie EX on the bench with 2 energy that comes in and clears me out. So you shouldn't just, like, play cards and take game actions for the sake of taking game actions and delaying the inevitable. Being good at Pokemon Pocket involves you need to basically map out in your head how do these next 4 to 5 turns play out that result in me winning the game. It's not just figuring out how do I not die this turn or next turn, it's what does the sequence look like that has to happen for me to actually win here. Golly, always a Jiggly on one. Could we not evolve the Jiggly and go for the sleep? Maybe? Maybe. That would, if we win, we could have won 2 sleep flips with that line. Yes, that's a better line. If we don't evolve the Wiggly, we could win a sleep flip on Jiggly and then win a sleep flip on Wiggly and win the game that way is a better line. Baby Wiggly! Baby Wiggly! Baby Wiggly! I need a Baby Wiggly! Unlucky. If we hit Baby Wiggly here, we gotta clean this Gardevoir out real clean. Oh, we're just dead to Gardevoir, though, yeah? Because it clears the evolution, and then it clears the condition, and then it gives itself another energy. Dodge a Gardevoir, we can dodge a ball. Put the energy on the bench. Put the energy on the bench. Put the energy on the bench. Appreciate the slow roll. Not a lot of slow rolls this morning. Very frustrating opponents. The stream schedule will always be in the title for the day, Miner Shiner, as a heads up. We are just getting started today. What does slow roll mean? It means playing a bunch of other cards before you play your card that wins the game. If they simply play the Gardevoir to start, we can leave the game and not wait for them to play a bunch of other stuff. Yes, the card games change, but go into the tank, make the play that can never be beaten a million years after waiting a bunch is a tried and true staple. The games change, but the gamers themselves remain. Alright, Executor, 50% to end the game on the spot. Yeah, starting at Execute? I thought that was impossible. You always want to play your energy out before you play your bench Pokemon, so that way you can play around misclicking. It's nice. Playing a homebrew at a tournament today. I hope you're ready to talk about it in next week's meta roundup. Gotta go 5-2, gamers. Winning 5 out of 7 is a 71% win rate and makes it up into the weekly roundup if you do it with something sweet. I kinda wanna put the energy on the Farfetch'd, so I guaranteed clear their duck if I miss on my heads next turn. This spending my energy this way is bad if I draw Jigglypuff next turn, because it delays me a turn in getting Wigglytuff set up. But I like playing around the coin flip variant since I don't have a Jigglypuff ready to go. Do I Sabrina them now? I think we take the 50% to end the Frogadier, yeah? Game probably ends on the spot if we hit. And if we miss, so long as they don't have potion, a heads threatens the Greninja next turn too. Blastoise and Greninja. And the freaking greed on this one. I guess I die if I miss, but... Has not been our morning, gamers. I think planning to use Galacta to power up Suitor is bad. I think you'd rather just play... That's gonna be too inconsistent. Alright, not to be discouraged. I will see you in 120 seconds, gamers. We're gonna play another set with this one when we get back. Just getting reps in for tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, don't go anywhere. You think this deck is better than the Executor Arcanine Moltres deck? I think playing two-color decks is just pretty inconsistent. I think if I could guarantee I always had a Grass Energy or the energy I needed on one of the Executor Arcanine deck, I would play that one. It's really powerful when the colors line up. There's just too many games where your colors don't line up. Any news about a new booster pack coming out in Pocket? Yeah, middle of the month, we'll get a new pack. I think the 16th is the speculated date. Another week and a half. Any chance of checking out Magic with new standard? Nah. I could lose. My Marvel Snap viewership is down like 30-ish% year over year, and I think I'd have to lose like another 50% to be as low as I would be with Magic. Magic does not have good numbers, and I just really don't like Wizards of the Coast as a company. They are pretty bottom of the barrel. You don't need to be in the Rivals content creator program to have drops. Just anybody streaming on Twitch has drops enabled. So yes, when we do Rivals at the end of the stream, you will be able to get Rivals drops here. And to all of the Magic the Gathering / Wizards of the Coast enjoyers out there who think they can't possibly get worse, I would like to insert the horror into your brain that Elon Musk floated the idea in a tweet of buying Hasbro explicitly so he could have control of Wizards of the Coast and make gaming great again by using AI. So I promise you, there is a timeline where it definitely gets worse. Yeah, we're looking for a Jiggly Biggly at some point, right? Great Jiggly Biggly! Fun fact, chat, it's always optimal to use these two bench slots first, because you're least likely to misclick an energy attachment if there's not a Pokemon here. On the right. Would win, chat. Genetically engineered Pokemon perfection or my derpy tree. I didn't realize I've been misplaying my bench slots the entire time. You have been. It's a big deal. Maybe I should have played out the EX Executor. Possible mistake not doing that. Although they shuffled us into the EX Wiggly, which is great. Just for the red card, bud. Even a Tails here means they need another potion to not get cleared by Sleepy Song next turn. They have 5 cards in hand, so they could have another potion. Derpy Tree, 3 heads, 1 brain cell. Are you able to perform app purchases with the emulator? Yes. Yeah. Excuse me? They just think they're buying a turn by making me have X speed, I guess? They can't Giovanni me here. This place seems real bad. Them not taking a knockout point here means they can clear my Wiggly EX and not win the game, which is really good for me. What's the Discord noises? Those are the default noises for this game. They do sound very Discord adjacent. Franco, 6 for the over 3 years. Welcome back. Are there forms of paralysis in Pocket that don't require a coin flip to apply? There are not. Alright, Executor. Swifty to win the game? We missed on the Swifty. I probably should have researched there. Wouldn't mind finding another egg. Yes, that's a good shot. Obastar's attack is the closest thing we have to a guaranteed paralyze. Is accurate. Would love a potion, so this doesn't go down to one shot from the Pikachu. Ask and you shall receive. I don't know which Wiggly I want to play yet, so I'm gonna vibe for now, I think, on evolving it. Hey, look, chat. It's the thing our potion let us play around. A lovely card, that potion. I'm gonna put the EX Wiggly out now, since we're gonna guaranteed have enough next turn. Already through both my researches. I don't think there's a reason to Giovanni this turn. The brick on this might actually bait them into clearing it with the Pikachu. We'll see. So they don't have potion. Giovanni gets them. Rats. That 4 tails in a row, rotten eggs. LOL. Their jiggly biggly might be okay. I'm gonna put this out here. I've got a tanky thing to switch into if they Sabrina me. Go to sleep. And then it's one of those spots where we win the game on the spot with the tails flip here, and if they win the flip, we're still in a pretty favorable position. Played any X speeds yet. 2 of those and 5 cards. Would love to draw one next turn. I'm sorry, what? Okay. There are no mechanics that influence coin flip outcomes in this game currently, no. They could have bobbed and weaved there. Right? They could have retreated to their thing on the bench, and then we would have had a little bit of back and forth. Yeah, it could have been a misclick too. Meant to retreat and then didn't. So with Giovanni, it wasn't. I only had 1 knockout point. They switched to a single knockout point Pokemon. We were gonna play a game. I think this matchup can be tough for us, but having Executor on the start is definitely our best possible opener. Weezing Koga is something our deck has a hard time punching through. We just don't have any singular big attackers, like Koga gets around sleep and stuff. If they can't swap the Jigglypuff out, though, Executor heads. Puts us in a decent spot to start. And then this coin flip doesn't matter because Evolving wakes us up. Hopefully we didn't use up our heads variance there. If I was a better player, we would have gotten tails on that to build up cumulative variance to be more likely to hit with the stomp. Nailed it. Easy game. Can I get a wellness check on the opponent's phone? Wellness check on the opponent's phone. Can we please get a live looking on the sets? Oh, it's through the drywall. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna save everybody a minute of their lives. I don't need the 15 experience. We won the game. It's actually only on mobile, Hal. And actually, one of the really sweet things about this game that I think is gonna give it a lot of success long term is there's no tedious chores daily missions. To get all of your free-to-play rewards in this game, you literally just have to log in and open your 2 free booster packs every day. There's no explicit reward or incentive for playing games beyond, like, a nominal amount of account XP and the joy of playing games. Imagine playing games for fun. Wonderful, wonderful change of pace. Certainly not Magic the Gathering players, it's true. I'm gonna burn the X speed now because it plays around red card a little bit. I want to get the egg up anyways. Hey, Jam, thanks for that brand new Prime. That direct support is a big part of why this is able to be my job every day, so thanks for keeping me around. Who could I build? That's scary. Less scary, chat. They're at level 11. Thank you for the 22 months. Welcome back. Arcanine EX is an unfortunate one for a regular Executor versus not. Gets to clear our egg in one. Them only getting 1 heads and 6 Moltres flips is scuffed life for them. Solara, thank you for the 16 months. Appreciate that. If I put energy on here, they clear this. I put second energy on here, I clear this. This clears this, and then Wiggly's not ready yet. I think we're just building this one up. We're ready to win a sleep flip. In this game, while I'm trading, any concern that it'll turn into a pseudo NFT simulator. I would be incredibly surprised if trading is not set up in a way that makes it so you can't just like open endless accounts. I assume it's gonna be like time gated, or you'll need some type of currency in game to do it. I assume you won't be able to roll endless free-to-play accounts to work around it. I want to play this. Trying to decide if I want to evolve or play anything to the bench. I don't think so. There's some value in having me better into red card though. So maybe this is right. I hate the opponent. I've done that before. They were just like, I'm gonna attack with Arcanine in my head, and they forgot to attach energy. I don't think you can consider your collection of NFTs, since if they close the servers, you would not be able to use them. Yeah, but that's true of literally every NFT-powered game. It's why NFTs inside of games are absolute bunk and nonsense. Crypto and NFTs add literally nothing of value to the gaming space, which is why no reasonable games use them. It's only crappy games with bad mechanics that use cryptocurrency, because people don't start with a good game and go, I need crypto to make this. They start with crypto and go, how do I make a crappy game to grift people with my crypto? Cryptocurrency is a good example of a solution looking for a problem to solve. Everything various NFT games claim to be able to do because of NFTs and crypto, Magic the Gathering Online was doing a decade ago. 2 decades ago? 2.5 decades? God, how old is that game at this point? I think it's 20 years. June 24th, 2002. 22 years old. Yep. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Oh no, it's been so long since I was on the other side of, a Kangaskhan turn 1 free win. Yikes. Alright, we need like an average or below average here. 4 in a row probably means we're done. 4 in a row means that Articuno clears us real clean. Maybe I hit heads here and we're okay. Maybe. Probably not. I think I needed to draw and execute this turn so I can put up regular Executor to buy time. But I think because this hit 2 heads here, the 40 into 80, we're just on 0 outs at this point. Oh, I could draw a potion to buy a turn, yeah? Yeah, we got 1 potion. Says local man about to die to Misty. Pokemon Pocket! Let me leave in the middle! Yeah, definitely need it and execute that previous turn to get Executor up to have a shot. Oh, you're right, Coran. Yeah, we were at 100. Yeah, the potion didn't work anyways. You're correct. Doom bars. We needed the Kangaskhan to only hit 3 out of 4. Hit 4 out of 4. Let's have to stand up for a little bit, gamers. We've been atrocious at drawing our basics today. We can find one of our 3 Executors. We're in a very decent spot. And research lets us find that Executor. So 5 out of 14, a little over 1 in 3. I pity the opponent that's gonna have to face the full wrath of the cumulative variance we're building. Accurate. X-Speed or Electrode both fry us here. Electrode retreating for free gives them such good insurance against ability against Sabrina like we had here. I wonder if some people are having crashing issues on this build. I feel like we've had a lot of disconnects even when people aren't behind this morning. I haven't had any on any of my devices, but doesn't mean they aren't happening to other people. What's going on, Nix? Thanks for dropping that primer off again. Welcome back. Good morning. I was gonna grab another match. Catch you later, Hell. Squirtle's line is actually kind of scary when it comes to curving out, ideally. If they have Squirtle into Wartortle into Blastoise while going second, they have a 1, 2, 3 energy attack right on up the curve that's very good. Ideally looking to pull an X-Speed next turn so we can get Executor into the lead spot. If we don't pull the X speed, I think we still leak slap them, because if they put out... Wait, what? Excuse me? Oh, honey. Oh, honey, don't tell Scotty, chat. Scotty is blissfully unaware of what Executor and me are doing. Excuse me? They need War Turtle plus a potion to not be KO'd by Stomp next turn with the heads. They must have potion, yes? It's a shame we didn't top deck the Giovanni to get the guaranteed clear. Retreating the 20 HP Farfetch'd against the Greninja deck isn't super exciting, but... Oh, they have the Blastoise. We need to dodge Blastoise plus Giovanni. If they just have Blastoise, we might have a chance to chunk through this, because Executor lives a hit. But if they put Executor down this turn, I'm gonna have a hard time. Okay. They had a red card, they would have burned it by now, so they'd have to top deck it. I'm not sure what Wiggly I want to commit to on my Jiggly that has energy. Could go either way. You like Potion to play around Misty? Nah, there are odds of them having another Misty. The odds of them having another Misty are low, and there's value in saving the Potion to keep the Farfetch'd around for a turn against combinations of Greninja. Among other things. So I want a Potion here to play around Frog. A 2 Wiggly EX in 5 cards, gamers. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Rewarded for not committing to Baby Wiggly early. Both variants of Executor are good cards. Agree. Alright, gamers, we're gonna do a little bit shorter pocket segment this morning because I want to sneak in some Marvel Rivals at the end of the stream today, and I still want to fit in some Marvel Snap in the middle. I'm gonna go ahead and roll 120-second ad while we get flipped over. If you're looking for more Pokemon Pocket content from me, I'm going to publish an Arcanine Blaine highlight on the Hoaglandia Pocket channel on the YouTube side here in just a minute while we're getting switched over as well. We're gonna be doing some Snap, and then we'll be doing some Rivals at the end today. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere.